Diablo 4 just got several big announcements, and it's of course the early access launch day. We also got to talk about a secret that was just revealed, and an item that just came back in stock. We also had another update to the Twitch drops. As always, we got a lot to talk about. What's up, World Stripper? Back in the video, and we're checking out all things Diablo 4. Okay, so first up, let's just jump into those big announcements. So there was supposed to be this big announcement that Rod Ferguson kept teasing for the past day or so. It was apparently supposed to come out yesterday, but then it got delayed till today. We do have that announcement here, although it might be a little bit underwhelming. So that secret surprise announcement is actually a collaboration with an artist, which I guess she's pretty good at her work in what she does. However, I don't know if I would have teased up as big as they did, seeing as this isn't really what people were expecting when they heard surprise stuff for Diablo. Now, as I prefaced in my last video, it probably wasn't going to be for anything in-game. I figured it would be close to what the Statue of Lilith for the Hardcore Challenge was, but I guess it's just them working with and collaborating with another artist. Still cool, and I heard her work is really, really good, and she does a great job, so that's good to hear. However, I'm sure that's not what a lot of us were expecting when we heard huge surprise. And just from the comments here, yeah, people aren't really too happy about that surprise. But we do have another secret that did get announced, and I talked about this in a previous video as well. But we did essentially get the confirmation of a secret cow level. Now, I do wish they wouldn't have said anything prior to the game's launch. However, they've been plastering it everywhere, and there was even a cow person at the LA event. And the official Diablo Facebook page posted a video with a cow and said hashtag World Milk Day. So yes, we are getting a secret level, and I said in my previous videos that if they didn't have a secret level, it kind of meant they weren't having fun making the game. And like, on one end, I do get that it probably doesn't really matter, but it does showcase that, like, if they have this secret level, they have a little cow level, something fun to do. I really do think that it shows that the developers had a good time and enjoyed themselves. I don't think it takes away from the theme at all. I think it allows the developers to have sort of a kind of like outing for a certain fun. I think that people don't understand that the gaming industry is an art industry. And with art, you're supposed to be creative and have fun with it. You're supposed to do the things that you're passionate about. That's what gaming used to be about. So when I do see a secret level like this, or when there's going to be a secret level, in my eyes, that tells me the developers had a little bit of creative freedom there. When you become this mega big corporation and everything's locked down to a box and you can't go outside this box, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that, and so I'm glad they have it in the game. And since I did briefly bring up, they did have that LA event, which a bunch of people showed up to, and there's a ton of pictures from this. Saw a comment in another thread that said someone selling red light bulbs is making a fortune, which, yeah, from all the setup posts on the subreddit and things of that nature, like, there is so many red light bulbs being sold, or at least the RGB version of them. The aesthetic of the party looks pretty cool, though, especially for Diablo. Glad they really leaned into that Diablo-esque theme. Now, we also got to talk about an update to the SAS streamer program, which is essentially that support a streamer program where if you gift 2 subs to a streamer, they can unlock a mount skin. And we actually had an update here from Adam Fletcher, who said Twitch was able to accommodate a few extra 100 into the SAS program. So the PDF on the blog has been updated with added names. Reminder, the other drops, weapons, and backstats are for anyone who streams Diablo 4 and enables drops on their channels and their settings. But that is good to know, and I also did know that the original guy that kind of spearheaded everything, which was Hog Gaming, he actually did get back in as well. That is nice to hear, and it's good to hear that several of the other streamers and YouTubers did get back into the program. Now, Adam Fletcher also did say that they will also be monitoring player feedback and any other items that may crop up. So he said, please use our newly expanded Diablo 4 forums for posting feedback and thoughts. We have community teams, customer support, QA, and more looking over these. Now, to be fair, I usually do prefer talking and discussing on open forums like Reddit, even though it's become much less so in the past few years. But typically they regulate the forums a little bit more. However, I do think with feedback purposes and other things of that nature, you probably should post on the forums. Blizzard's pretty good about leaving forum posts up. I'd only recommend that for games like 343. They're kind of known for shutting down their entire subreddit and the forums on the day of launch for that Halo Infinite. So companies like that, I would definitely avoid posting on the forums as they're just going to delete it and it's going to be kind of thrown off. However, with Blizzard, they do seemingly check their forums a lot and they do leave up those posts. I've seen crazy posts on Classic WoW and other things. So if you have any problems, head over there, make a post about it, and let's get this stuff fixed before it gets too bad, especially the group exploit thing. Just another thing I want to briefly talk about is that there is a group exploit thing that I hope they do fix. There was a video about it by Wujo, who discussed that basically that grouping is kind of needed, or a must at this point, because when you group together, you can split off into 5 to 6 different dungeons. You can all complete those dungeons at the same exact time, and everybody will get rewards for those dungeons. You can also boost somebody to like level 54 4 in 45 minutes. That's another thing that's crazy. I don't think that they should be sharing XP like that, although I don't know how they're going to fix it because they said that you could play with anybody. But yeah, people are definitely going to be getting boosted at the beginning, and you'll probably see the first 1,000 people that hit hardcore level 100 are going to be either in groups or boosted. At least seemingly from this exploit, it seems like it's going to be super broken to just group up together, boost up somebody else, and then spread out to do all those different dungeons at the same time, which you get rewards for. But yeah, hopefully they fix that stuff before launch. And if you want a more in-deep dive on how it works and everything that's going on with that grouping stuff, check out Woodajo's video, and I'll also have the link to his video down in the description down below. We also did get some stuff back in stock, and it looks like the Diablo 4 Collector's Edition controller thumbsticks are back in stock. Now, this is the cheapest item that you can buy that has the in-game reward or the in-game cosmetic that comes with it. The other ones were super expensive. I think that for the PC stuff, there was like $150 was the cheapest one. So yeah, this is only $29.99. It's a lot cheaper. If you really wanted to get that cosmetic, now is probably your chance, as they just did come back in stock. Now, Rod did have an Xcast interview, and I'm going to go over it very, very briefly, as most of the stuff in the interview was actually pretty much already talked about. But they did say that they do have 2 expansions in the work. They did reiterate again that no paying for power. All microtransactions are cosmetic based. However, with there being stuff on the free tiers, I bet they do eventually make that on the paid tier. We'll have to wait and see, but there is some trickery there because there is like some power stuff, the cinders on the free tier of the battle pass. I think it's fine that they have that on there, and it's not a big deal. However, I do think that they will eventually put those cinders on the paid tier, because that's something that New World just did recently, where they have a battle pass, and on the paid tiers there's actually basically essentially where you can buy power. Now, it's not a ton on New World, and New World's actually pretty decent about their shop aside from this new battle pass controversy thing. But yeah, I still do think that Diablo will eventually put those cinders on the paid tier, but we'll have to wait and see. They did say that they would be able to respond to player feedback within hours, so I really do hope they catch this new grouping exploit thing. You even receive more XP while you're in a group. It's kind of insane that it's going to launch this way, and yeah, the first 1,000 people that you see at level 100 will definitely be in a group. Kind of unfortunate, but I do hope that they fix it before launch. And they did also mention that each region is a server, and as you move through regions, you switch servers. It's probably why there was that lag back and forth when you were trying to leave the bridge or leave the city. So hopefully they fix that rubber banding, because I know that was a big problem for some people, and I did experience it a few times as well. I am curious on your guys' prep for launch, if you're playing today, if you're going to wait for the later access. I'm also curious on what class you're going to play, and I do have a sorcerer's build that I just posted. It's basically an early guide. A lot of people are posting guides for level 50 and 100, where it's like, yeah, you're not even going to be there yet. You don't know what legendaries you're going to get. There's so many different variables that could happen in between then. So I posted an early build guide that, if you want to check it out, it has all 3 specs in there. But that does about cover for today's video. If you like it, and subscribe, and to the next one. Doses.